Hello. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to Careerflite. Welcome to another live class of English. So our next topic is Parajumbles. So আগতে আমি এটা ক্লাস কৰিছো jumble paragraph or Parajumbles. So আমি দেখিছিলো তাতে তিনিটা প্যাটার্ন আছে. Okay, first pattern where we get 4 or 5 sentences আৰু আমি কেইটা এক্সাম্পলছো কৰিছিলো হেতুৰ. So আজি আমি আৰু কেইটা এক্সাম্পলছ কৰিম. So basically with the technique that we did in the last class. Okay. So ইয়াতে আমি ফাৰ্ষ্টত অপশনছ কেইটা চাই ল'ম. C as the first introductory statement আছে আৰু A as a introductory statement. Okay. So C আৰু A just পঢ়িলে হ'ব আমাৰ. C we can a while ago during my mother's routine call from Kerala, she told me about the suicide of a young man. A young man random দিয়া আছে. So probably C can be our first statement. But still A চাই লওঁ আমি. A ইয়াতে চোৱা. He is যদি start হৈ আছে. He is a pronoun. So it as the first statement will not go. Okay. So এইটো আমি cancel কৰিম. Okay, as the first statement. So C যদি আমাৰ first statement আমি কি পঢ়িছো ইয়াতে it talks about a young man in my hometown and this one that is she told me about the suicide of a young man. এতিয়া বাকি কেইটা sentence যদি আমি পঢ়ো ইয়াতে চোৱা young man দিয়া আছে আৰু his family had mortgaged their meager positions to pay it out for a job in the Gulf. Okay, আৰু B কি দি আছে his small dream of being a pravasi ended he hanged himself. So second to এইটোৰ লগত আমি relate কৰিব পাৰো reason দিয়া আছে about the suicide like he had a small particularly of being a pravasi and that ended. So he hanged himself. So এইটো দুটা আমি sequence ৰাখিব পাৰো that is C and B. C and B যদি আমি sequence ৰাখো then probably this we get as our answer. So CBDA আমাৰ answer আছে. But ইয়াতে আছে CBAD, so we'll match it up. Let's see. So যদি আমি এইটো আমি কনসিডাৰ কৰো Pravasi ended he hanged himself. ইয়াতে চোৱা 8 out দিয়া আছে the random one 8 out আৰু ইয়াতে দিয়া আছে dirt out. Okay, so গোটেই সেন্টেন্স খিনি আমাৰ পঢ়িব নালাগে ইয়াতে 8 out দিয়া আছে ইয়াতে dirt out. স্পেসিফিক আমাৰ সিকোয়েন্সত হলা নেক্সট সেকেন্ডত আহে মই লাষ্ট সেশনত কৈছিলো. So CBDA আমাৰ কারেক্ট সিকোয়েন্স হ'ব ইয়াতে. Okay. So first one, এইটো আকৌ explain কৰি আছো suicide of a young man in my hometown আৰু reason to চোৱা ইয়াতে দিয়া আছে his small dream of being a pravasi ended, so he hanged himself. This two. Now thirdly you come up to the family and their meager position they had given to the tout 8 out in the first sentence আৰু next specifically দিয়া আছে the tout. Okay, second question to solve. Okay, this is the second question. Okay, আকৌ same way আমি কৰিম by the options. Options কি কি দিয়া আছে so ইয়াতে first statement C দিয়া আছে আৰু B দিয়া আছে. Okay, so B আৰু C মাজত আমি পঢ়িলম. First, we shouldn't be harming other forms of life. এইটো হল আমাৰ A. So A to আমাৰ নালাগে B আৰু C এ পঢ়িম. So B দিয়া আছে I don't call myself an animal rights activist. N দিয়া আছে random. Okay, C কি দিয়া আছে ইয়াতে it's regrettable that we were arrogant enough to think we could use animals for whatsoever we wanted. So on the basis of that, we'll choose B as our first statement. If we choose B as our first statement, normally দুটা sequence আছে BD and BC. So connect কৰিম আমি যেটো মই ইয়াতে I have চাই আছো ইয়াতে see I ইয়াতে দিয়া আছে and ইয়াতে I have দিয়া আছে. So B আৰু D এ connect কৰিম. Okay, so BD যদি connect কৰো এইটো আমাৰ correct option হ'ব, that is BDCA. Okay, so we'll see the third question. Third question of options কি আছে ইয়াতে D আছে সবতে D আছে. So this makes it easier. Our first statement will be D. Okay, তাৰপিছত second আছে sequence A DA ইয়াতে D আছে DB and DC তাৰমানে তিনিটাতে possibility আছে. So we'll go through them. So first sentence to পঢ়িলো আমি D. While financial institutions are finally moving to considerable popular acclaim to crack down on bank defaults by private borrowers, an equally serious problem is. Okay, this one. An equally serious problem is, and next A লগত যদি connect কৰো, that's the problem of potential defaults by state government. So we can see the sequence. ইয়াতে কি কথা হৈ আছে serious problem or, and here they have given that's the problem of potential defaults by state government. So both of them these are in sequence because this statement talks about a serious problem and they have told what is the problem about. Okay, so we get DA as our sequence, but DA যদি choose কৰো দুটা option আছে আকৌ, that is A and E. Now we need to connect that statement with either B or either C. Okay, So this one, many of these bodies in turn are in a perilous financial condition, and this one, most of the states are in a deep financial mess. You see this one, state governments, and this one, most of the states are in a deep financial mess. So we'll connect A with C. That means DA C will be there in sequence, so we get this as our answer. That is DACB. So এনেকুৱাকে words কেইটাও যদি থাকে এটা sentence এটা word আছে আৰু next sentence similar word তুমি তাতে দেখা পাই আছা or any connection with that particular statement, we'll choose that as our sequence. এইটো মই last session তো কৈয়ে দিছিলো. There are some connecting words in parajumbles when you do it. Okay, next number 4. 4 again, if you see the options, there is A, there is D, okay, and there is C. Tinita statement as the first statement we can have, okay. That is A, D, and C. Politics itself, politics in the sense of running for elective office remains far from popular. It is a general statement or নিচিনাই হয়. There is no like pronoun at the start হোৱা নাই. Politics কথা কৈ আছে, general statement. This can be our first statement. That is A. Okay. Next, তথাপি আমি D to পঢ়ি লওঁ. That is, more and more of the people who might once have gravitated to government are looking for fulfillment in the private sector. Okay. Next, that is CEO Asamarota first statement. Okay. A razor close presidential election which cast an unforgiving spotlight on democracy at its most fragile did nothing to reawaken young Americans to D. See, yate adha half ase. So this can be our first statement. So we'll choose A as our first statement. Jodi ami A choose koru, then see AC already তোমাৰ sequence তে আছে. A আৰু C ইয়াতে sequence তে আছে. Okay, next আমাৰ just চাব লাগে B হ'ব নে D হ'ব. So এইটোৰ লগত আমাৰ connect কৰিব লাগে. Okay, with C. Democracy at its most fragile did nothing to reawaken young Americans to the. So if you connect B and elsewhere in the world, যেহেতু ইয়াতে young Americans কথা কৈ আছে. Okay, so we see here and elsewhere in the world, some countries seem just as skeptical about democracy. This see the word. Okay, democracy itself as they are about American style capitalism. Okay, so we see B is connected here, so it is ACB. So this is our correct sequence, that is ACB and D. Okay, next number 5. Okay, similar way আমি কৰিম ইয়াতে আকৌ option চাই লও A আছে A, okay, ইয়াতেও A আছে and অকল এটাই আছে C. So we'll read A and C both. We'll read A and C both. Okay. So first A, in ancient Rome, the movers and shakers of the day carried their valuable knives, coins, jewelry in a cloth pouch attached to a girdle, not very stylish. Okay, general statement. Okay, it's a general statement, so this can be our first statement. If this is our first statement, then we'll choose between 1, 2, and 3. Okay, but C to a পঢ়িলো it this start hoy ase, so this can be our first statement. This can be our first statement because last session ot moi koisilo it jodi start hoy ba kiba pronoun e jodi start hoy first statement hisabe ami hetuk nolo. Okay, so ami A to a first statement hisabe lom this one. Okay, next one, see, it's talking about ancient Rome. So jodi ami B first option ase B sao yate, fast forward 500 or so years, pockets are still with us but now carrying all sorts of new stuff. পকেটৰ ডেসক্ৰিপশন একো দিয়া নাই ফাৰ্স্ট স্টেটমেন্টৰ, সো এটো দুটা মানে একো এতিয়ালৈকে কানেক্ট হোৱা নাই. So let's just read the other statements. That is C আমি পঢ়িলো. It was only during the Renaissance that the modern patch pocket finally appeared. This is the first time where we get the talk about pocket here. Okay, এইটো follow কৰিব এইটো sentence ok. Okay, because in this statement there is nothing about pocket, so আমি এইটো দি B connect কৰিব নোৱাৰো, C এ দি B connect কৰিব পাৰো. That means A এর পিছত C হ'ব পাৰে, then B হ'ব পাৰে. So we'll see here, এইটো চোৱা ইয়াতে A C B is in sequence. This will be our option A C B D. Okay, এইটো sequence হ'ব A C B D. Next, okay, this one it begins with that is A B C D E. Again 5 statements are there. Okay, options ki case mein sao B, C and B. That means B aru C etu duta ase. B, hence many malaria patient, hence e di start hoy ase. Generally first statement ami etu nolo. Okay, hence, however eketa amar first statement hisabe ami nolo as the first introductory statement. So second to sao ami often the symptoms are cough and cold or diarrhea and vomiting. Yes, this can be our first statement. So যদি এইটো first statement হয় এইটো দুটা আমি cancel কৰি দিম and we'll choose between these two. CB already আছে ইয়াতে so sequence দুটা option আছে CB আছে. Okay, let's go with the other. So of the symptoms are cough and cold or diarrhea and vomiting. Now there is B here. Hence many malaria patients are treated for chest infection or diarrhea. Okay, this one. Then we have A and we have D here. So A logot connect hobo or otherwise D logot connect hobo. So আমি thus the patient's condition may be nosedive or D ki diye ase as a result of this delay in treatment the load of the malarial parasite in the blood increases. So আমি ইয়াতে কি দেখিছো treatment ৰ কথা কৈ আছে that is they cannot detect about the treatment and they do another type of treatment. So this can delay in the way of treatment. So we'll connect this one, that is C, B and D. This. So this will be our answer, which is C. Okay. Next, options are D, A, and E. Tinita ase yate A, D, and E. A statement. The problem is to find what you are actually looking for while surfing the internet. Okay. Ito first option hoy A. Next, hobo pare ito as a first statement. Let's read the next statement, that is D. Information is something that the internet simply overflows with. General statement mein goisu. As a general statement can be our first introductory statement. So more than A, D calls for the specific one. So then we D choose karo, then we have two options, D, C and D, A. Okay. We will connect D, C. Let's say information is something that the internet is simply overflows with, and the problem is to find what you are actually looking while surfing for the internet. And if you're connecting with B, then not B, sorry, it is C. However, most of these have their shortcoming. So these yate refer kora nai in the first statement. Okay, THEC this eko refer kora nai. So we'll go with A, that is DA. Jodi DA আমি choose kori, then this is our answer. DA, EBC. Okay. দুটাই just যদি match up কৰিব পাৰা, or at least দুটা যদি তুমি দেখিছা that it's more, so you can go with the third one also, but that will be enough. Three statements if you can connect, that will be enough to mark as the answer. Next, this one. Okay, so again we go with the statements. D, first statement suppose D ase aru C, C and D, ঠিক আছে. So C agote porilo modals. C, modals, this is a nickname, so it amar first hobo nore. D, a thief stole a gold medal from under the noses of the Australians. So যেহেতু D দি আছে তো আমি D এ choose কৰিম as our first statement. Now let's connect E দি connect কৰিব পাৰা দুটা. Yeah, দুটাকে তিনিটাই দি আছে E দি connect কৰা, then DE is in sequence, so E পঢ়িম আমি. Another theft also almost ruined England 800 meters runner Diane Modal's hopes of making a medal winning return. Modal যেহেতু ইয়াতে দিয়া আছে আৰু ইয়াতেও দিয়া আছে, so we'll connect E and C. So we'll connect E and C here. So this will be our answer. Okay, that is DEC BA. Okay. Next, this one. D, B, and again D. So that means D aru B er majot ami choose korim first statement. D starts with it. So ami cancel korim. D is our first statement. So we'll cancel this and this. Definitely B, D sequence ot ase. So B aru D sequence ot ase. B and D sequence ot ase. So we'll read the statement. That is, in a democratic system, frequent use of power is power desirable, be it on the part of government or the people. This is the first statement. D already in sequence destroys the stability and security in public life. The proper sequence should be, next is A or C, other A or other C. It also gives rise to a feeling of animosity among the different sections of the society. Therefore, citizens should never resort to violent ways and means in democracy, though they have the right to oppose the government. So we choose this one, that is B, D, A, and C. Okay. It destroys, that means specification ko ase. First one, that it destroys the stability and it also gives rise to a feeling. Okay. কিবা এটা যদি বস্তু তুমি characteristic কৈ আছা, first characteristic কেইটা কবা, and then after that what we should not do. So this is the particular sequence given here. Okay, B, D, and A, C. Okay, this one, B, C, and D again. So B A di ami start koro. Thousands of people came to him. So ito nohobo first statement. So ami B cancel kori dim. Yes, then we have C and D. C, no one cared to see that he, again he di ase. So আমি C cancel koribo paro. So D, our Swami Vivekanand once stayed. That means D is our first statement. So DB amar ase sequence as well. DB is in sequence already, so পঢ়িব নালাগে. So D, Swami Vivekanand once stayed in a small village. The proper sequence, that's the proper sequence should be once stayed in a small village. Okay, তাৰপিছত B, thousands of people came to him and asked different types of questions. Okay, no one cared to see that he had his food or rest that night. Okay, he was so busy with them that he did not get time to eat. So this is very easy actually. D, B, C and A, we'll go with this one. Okay, to easier হয় অলপ. Okay, smaller statements কেইটা পঢ়িব পাৰা, there is without any doubt. Okay, so these were the questions. So the first pattern only. First pattern to junto me dekhisu that 4 or 5 questions will be there and they will be jumbled and you need to solve them by looking at the options also. Ketaman words tumaloke connect koribo para in short ways you can do it. Okay, that you have seen this word in one sentence aru belak eta sentence to same word dekhisa, so ei duto sequence ot milai loba, but sometimes this trick doesn't work. You have to read in that time, you have to read. Okay, ketaman ketiaba tricks keta amar apply mane nohoy, সদায় মানে নহয়, চ' সেইটো টাইমত পঢ়ি ল'বা চেণ্টেন্স কেইটা, জাষ্ট ৰিড দ্য চেণ্টেন্সেছ along. অ'কে, চ' দিছ ইজ এবাউট জাম্বল পেৰাগ্ৰাফ দ্য ফাৰ্ষ্ট চিকুৱেঞ্চ. নেক্সট ছেশ্যনত আমি নেক্সট কেইটা যিমান চিকুৱেঞ্চ আছে সেইকেইটাৰ কুৱেশ্যনছ আৰু এক্সাম্পলছ কেনেকুৱা চল্ভ কৰি লগে সেইটো এক্সপ্লেইন কৰি দিম মই. অ'কে, যদি ভিডিঅ'টো ভাল লাগিছে দেন প্লিজ গিভ ওৱান লাইক. ইউ কেন অলছ' শ্বেয়াৰ দ্য চেনেল উইথ ইয়ৰ ফ্ৰেণ্ডছ এণ্ড কমেণ্ট আৱাৰ চেনেল এণ্ড ছাবস্ক্ৰাইব কেৰিয়াৰ ফ্লাইট. Thanks for watching.